So we just finished up at South Melbourne Market. It was super busy. It's the first weekend out of lockdown, so lots of people out and about. We got some awesome ingredients that we're going to cook up today and make a very special dish which I've been making for years and years. Hello and welcome back. If you're new, my name's Liv, and today we're going to be making, it's a salad, it's a side. Often I'll talk to family and friends and ask them what they'd like to see me make. And I was chatting to my mum and she goes, why don't you make that quinoa salad that you've been making forever? Hello, here we are. We're going to be making it. The salad is quinoa, Brussels sprouts, parsley, mint. There's like a crunchy element with like almonds. And I was chatting to my dad and he's got a fantastic veggie garden at home and he has these amazing radishes. I thought, wouldn't that be great to add to this? All in all, it's a really hearty side that is a bit of a unicorn. It kind of fits in with any other things going on. So great thing to bring to Christmas, anything like that. I always make it on Christmas. So if you want to see how we're going to make it, just stay where you are. Start by measuring 1.5 cups of quinoa. This is tri-coloured quinoa, but you can use black or white, really doesn't matter. We're just going to rinse that under some water until the water runs clear. Next, we'll put a saucepan on, just a high heat to get it started. Pop in your quinoa, and then we're going to add 3 cups of water. And a good pinch of salt, give it all a mix. And then when it starts to bubble, we're going to put the lid on and put it down to low. Next, we're going to give our Brussels sprouts a wash. We will be washing them again after we slice them, but for now, let's just wash the outside. So we're wanting to have between 4 to 6 cups of sliced Brussels sprouts. So I think I started here with about 2 kilos of Brussels sprouts that were just whole. And I think I only ended up using 1.5 kilos. So just kind of eyeball it as you go, and it's going to be a lot of Brussels sprouts. While you're preparing the Brussels sprouts, just keep an eye on the quinoa. It needs about 10 minutes before it'll kind of look like this. Turn the heat off, let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then you'll be able to fluff it up with a fork. I've got a large platter just to kind of spread out the quinoa and let it cool down. We just don't want it to be piping hot when we put it in the salad. So if it's warm, that'll be perfectly fine. Next, I'm just roughly chopping up 3 big cloves of garlic. You want to finely chop this. Into our non-stick fry pan, we're going to put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And first in, we're going to put our Brussels sprouts. You can put all of them in at once. This is going to be really good because first they'll steam and they'll release quite a bit of moisture, and then they're going to start to brown. At this stage, keep the pan on a medium-high heat. We'll add a good 3-finger pinch of salt. This is also going to help draw out the moisture, and go in with a bit of cracked pepper as well. Don't walk away at this point, just keep stirring and it will start to break down. Now you see it's releasing quite a lot of moisture now. We'll turn the heat down to medium at this stage and we'll add our garlic. So we're going to let this cook for quite a while, maybe 5 to 7 minutes. It's going to kind of melt into the Brussels sprouts and it's going to slightly brown a little bit to get something like this. All right, now we're going to slice our radishes. So you want about 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of sliced radishes. Just pop them in a bowl. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to this mixture. And a good pinch of salt. And give everything a mix. Next, take about 1/2 bunch of parsley, flat leaf parsley, and we're just going to finely chop the stalks. This is going to go in with the Brussels sprouts, so they'll cook slightly. And the leaves, we'll just roughly chop those and set them aside for a little bit later on. So we've got the same amount of mint as we do parsley. So we're just going to remove the leaves from the stalk, and then we're going to kind of stack them on top of each other like this and get the sharpest knife you have, and we're just going to chop through them pretty hard and fast. This is just going to stop them from bruising. So back to our bowl, we're going to add the Brussels sprout mixture, followed by the quinoa that's cooled down a little bit. And then we'll add all of our herbs. It might seem like a lot, but it is needed. And then next, I'm just gonna add the juice from half a lemon to start. We're gonna taste it later and adjust if needed, but you know, you can always add, you can't take away. So start with a little bit and add more as needed. Give everything a mix. Give it a taste. Adjust the seasoning, add a bit more salt and pepper if needed. And we will go in with our slithered almonds to a dry pan. So we've got this on a medium-high heat. We'll keep an eye on that while we make our dressing. So to a bowl, we'll add 2 tablespoons of tahini. Then we'll add 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, followed by a tablespoon of lemon juice. Now mix everything to combine, and you're gonna kind of have this beige colored sauce. The more water you add, you'll notice the more light in color it becomes. I think all up, I added about 4 tablespoons of water to the mixture. Now back to our almonds. So they're looking nice and golden brown. We're gonna take them out and set them aside for a little bit later on. So I think we're up to tablespoon 3 of water, and there we go with tablespoon 4. So as you can see, it's becoming less thick, more kind of Caesar salad dressing consistency, which is exactly what we're after here. So going to add half of our slithered almonds and half of our radishes to the salad, and we're going to mix that all to combine. Now we're ready to plate up. So add your salad to the bottom of your bowl, and then we'll go in with our topping. So we'll go first with our tahini dressing, just give that a good drizzle over the top. This isn't necessary. It does kind of take it up a notch, but not essential. The radishes are not essential, and the almonds are a non-negotiable. Make sure you add these. They're gonna add some good fats and some much needed crunch. All right, our salad is done. I'm so happy to share this. I've been making this for years. It's really fresh, really simple. Typically I wouldn't add the tahini dressing on top or the radish, but this time I thought, why not elevate it a little bit? And I've had a little taste. It's already just amazing, but let's try. It's a really simple base. The quinoa, the Brussels sprouts with the garlic that was cooked down for quite a long time. The garlic's really mellow. It might look like we put a lot in there, but trust, it needs it. That's really clean, easy with the mint and the parsley. And then adding the tahini dressing on top, as well as the radishes, just give it a bit more color. And the crunchy, slightly toasted almonds is just, it's so simple and so approachable, yet very effective. It feels like you've done a lot more than maybe you have. We don't need to make our lives more difficult. We need to celebrate the natural ingredient, a couple of herbs, a couple of vegetables, and you can get some magic. So if you make this, please do let me know and have another bite, why not? Thank you again so much for watching. If you enjoy this, please let me know. If you make it, please tag me on Instagram. I love seeing when people tag me and stuff. And if you haven't already, I would love if you would subscribe to the channel. It really does help us out. And I hope you have a great day. See you next time.